Hello everyone and welcome to the module 7, Understanding Relationship and Attachment, and today we are going to discuss about the interplay between attachment and parenting in lecture 5. So when we are going to discuss about the interplay between attachment and parenting, we will explore that how attachment help the children to develop the attachment in the adulthood. The childhood, how was your parenting in the beginning help you to become a parent? It will definitely affect your parenting style in the adulthood. So the question comes that what is attachment theory? So attachment theory actually developed by John Bowley and Mary Ainsworth. So it explains the emotional bonds between caregiver and child. So the foundation was social and emotional development, that how they had treated the child in their childhood, after their infancy period, when they are growing up and they need the caregiver, when they need the support, what kind of emotional support that they had gone in their childhood, it affect their attachment style in the adulthood. When they became the parents or when they became adults, then their attachment style will be affected by their childhood experiences. So whatever you had experienced in your childhood, that will affect your attachment style in the adulthood. When you became adult and you start taking decisions, whether it's about the emotional, social, whatever decision, because you had become an adult, so how you will attach to the people, how you will emotionally respond to their behaviors, it all got influenced by your experiences in the childhood. Because if you had experiences in your developmental stages, your caregiver was always with you, you always felt secure, whenever you needed them, they came to you. So it's a sign of a healthy attachment style. So you are developing that thing, and similarly in adulthood you will behave in that manner. So why attachment matters in parenting? How it affects? Because it shapes the parent-child relationship, it influences emotional regulation and trust, and it also predicts future relationship patterns. Right? If you have seen that in the, maybe for a child that who was not felt secure, his parents were always physically abuse them for a small mistake, then they will feel that okay, though my parents were not good, or they will feel that they should not respond to them. They maybe always behave in a timid manner, they will insecure always about that thing, that okay, no, because they had never developed that kind of attachment. But if their parenting was good, they felt secure, then they feel connected, they will respond always in a positive manner, they feel secure, they feel confident, and they are long-term relationships. So maybe how you had been treated in the childhood, it's started. If you have seen any person that who is behaving in a different manner or aggressively, then maybe you should also try to understand their childhood, how was their experience, how it happened. So the parenting is very important. You may try to always show the path to your children, but how they are taking it is also important. You are trying, maybe a 4-year-old child is there, and you think that okay, no, he should behave like an adult, and during this process you are always shouting. So then how he will receive that if I'll make a mistake, maybe I'll have to face the consequences. Then he will not get attached, and in his adulthood maybe he will also behave in the same manner. He will never share, he will fear to do any mistakes, but we all learn through our mistakes, so this is okay. And adult attachment style overview. So we have already discussed in our previous lecture that there are 4 attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. So where secure, so they are comfortable with the intimacy and independence, they are always confident. And who are anxious, They always worry about something or the other. They don't feel confident. They take time to take a decision. They may panic in front of a public space, or in when they have to take a decision or get attached to somebody, then they will have a mistrust also. There will be some avoidant personality also. So an avoidant attachment style, what happens? They avoid the situation. They feel, no, I'm getting connected to somebody, maybe I'll get the pain with this relationship, I should not get attached. They will always avoid the situation. They may be disorganized, that will be unpredictable. They may fear or they may resist intimacy in any relationship. They won't like to close to a person. They will feel ki, no, I should not do that thing, I cannot pamper anyone. They are liking, but they don't know how to express, how to attach with somebody. What is secure attachment in parenting, right? Parents with the secure attachment style often create an environment that fosters security and healthy development in their children. So they are responsive and they are warm, they encourage exploration, they are consistent support system for you. So whenever a situation arises, you have seen some children always wanted to call their parents in a difficult situation because they had experience, they have a secure lifestyle, secure parenting they had experienced. So whenever a situation thought that, okay, they are my first support system. So if I talk to, many people come, and if I talk to my mom or if I talk to my dad, I feel relaxed. Why this is happening? It means their attachment, their bond is very strong. They had experience. Like maybe you have seen in the childhood, whenever it happened, baby, when you detach with their mother, he start crying. But when you reunite that baby to that mother, and then the baby feel happy. So why? Because he was insecure that my mother will went away. I won't be able to find her, because their vision is very short at that time. So they can't say that, okay, my mom will come back, but they want to be with the mom. So if she is present, or any caregiver, mom, dad, or any other person with whom they feel attached, they are there whenever it is happening. They need them. So it develops a positive attachment in them. So they feel warm, they feel secure. And if you give your child to explore whatever they want to do, if you are supporting, if you will discourage them, that you are concerned about maybe they will lost, because it's your anxiety that if they will go but without any supervision, then they want to explore, because children are like that. They want to explore everything, they want to touch, they want to see. So your role is to guide them, to supervise them from a distance, but be with them. You should not say that, okay, you are tired, then you are saying, no, this is not the time to play. But they want to play, they always. So you have to tell them clearly that, see, that this is the time, we will go at this time. So you can create that environment, and they will feel that, okay, my parents are with me. So, and this is the way you can support to them. So they experience always, they also feel emotional turbulence. They may also feel problems in their friendships. They may feel problems, which problems are very small for you, which you feel that, okay, they are just silly issues. But they are children, it doesn't mean they will not have issues. They will also have the real issues. So you have to be with them. You have to give them a secure environment where they can come and they can talk to you. How it will be in anxious attachment in parenting? The parents with anxious attachment style may struggle with inconsistency, leading to children who may feel uncertain about their caregiver's availability. Okay. So as you have seen in many types, that the parents who are anxious and they feel difficulty to relax, generally their children also became like that, because they have seen, they had learned this behavior. So they are, because their mother are anxious or the caregiver are anxious, so that pattern they had learned. They were not like this from the beginning, but because they are not getting there, for the very small issue their parents are getting anxious, so they had developed this style. they feel difficulty in setting the clear goals also, and they feel difficulty in setting the boundaries in their relationships. So that also affects if they had a anxious parents. How it will happen in avoidant parenting style? They will be emotionally distant, they will be less responsive, or they will emphasize on independence. So emotional distant means they will stop sharing with anyone thing with you, because they are coming, they want to tell their story, but you are busy in your own work, and you say ki, no, I'll talk to you later. You talk a lot, just shut your mouth, right? So it was your natural response, but because you were busy, you wanted to do your work, but they wanted to tell their whole story. So if you had so generally, gradually what will happen, they will stop sharing their emotions with you, and in adulthood they will not share with anyone. So that will affect, they will feel emotionally disconnected with you, and they will not respond. So because emotional needs might be minimized or ignored if this style will be there. And who are the children who are always encouraged to share their things, they will feel independence, they will take their decisions, they will be, their self-esteem will be very high. What is disorganization attachment in parenting? So it is unpredictable and inconsistent. This may stem from unresolved trauma and sometimes harsh or neglectful. When it happens with any individual who had experienced extreme physical abuse from the parents, maybe they slapped, or they had given the punishment for small issues, small mistake, because the children do that thing. So what they develop, they feel that okay, no, this cannot be, their attachment style will be different, they will always disorganize what they are supposed to do, they will always be fearful before taking any action. So their response will be in this way, and they will be always frightening behavior, they will always be fearful before doing anything, any act. When they have to take action, they will feel fearful before doing any action on their own. If somebody will guide them, that is different, because they had learned if they will do a mistake, they will get punished. So it's avoid, because of that they had learned this behavior. So how you can build the secure attachment with the children, right? So you have to be consistent and responsive, because in childhood children are like that, you have to repeat the same behavior again and again. They don't learn that okay, I told you once, you always forget. They will always forget, because their brain has not been developed like you, they are children. So you have to repeat the same behavior for long time. Maybe you will learn with one instance, but they will need the clear instructions. So in the parenting, every parent is different, you maybe have a different style, but you have to be consistent and respond to their needs. If they need you, you have to be there and repeat the same behavior always. They will get confused if you said okay, maybe you said, for example, at a dinner table you ask that you should not talk when we are eating, right? Next day at the dinner table there's some important thing, and you are asking some questions, how the child will decide that he should respond or he shouldn't respond, because he will get confused, because there was inconsistency. Yesterday you asked that you should not talk, and now you are asking them to talk. How they will decide? They are children. So what you are saying, first you have to follow for long time, then they will understand us. Then emotional attunement. So if you have to tune your child, what do you want? So it's an emotional state, reflecting and validating their feelings. You have to validate their feelings. Yes, this is true, this happened. So even if you don't agree, you have to show them that okay, you are agreeing, you are giving them full respect, you are understanding what they are trying to say. Give them the scope to express themselves. Don't judge, don't just jump into the conclusion Don't start interrupting in between. Take them seriously, and you will see the change in their style. They'll feel yes, someone is there who gave me. So they also want to equally treat as an adult. And if you will treat them as a kid, this is not going to work. And encourage them to safe exploration. So as if they want to go outside, but you know that no, this is not safe, there will be a crowded road, they want to just walk, but maybe you can ask them that okay, we will go to the garden, or you will go with me, we will go to a park, and then you cross the road. So in front of you or in your supervision they are crossing, and you create that safe environment where they can express themselves, they will learn something. So it's about, because if so maybe road is not a safe place, but a park where you can see your child will be a safe environment for that. So they will touch, they will see that okay, how they should cross, where they should pause. So in your supervision they will start learning. And another thing, that may be repairing relational ruptures. So no parent is perfect, which is true. No one is perfect. We all learn when we became the parents. When we have the responsibility of to nurture a child, then we explore and we learn on ourselves. So when mistakes happen, we have to understand, we have to acknowledge, yes, we have done this thing, next time we will not repeat this thing. And you also have to apologize with the child. Don't expect that okay, I was wrong, but I cannot say sorry. If you will not say sorry, then they will feel that you are not true parent, or you are the one who are bossy parent, or helicopter parents who always want that what should be done, it should be done. So if you have done the mistake, you should also say sorry. You are expecting them, so whatever you are expecting with them, you should start first practicing them. Sometimes they are the reflection of you. So what you do, they will learn and they will repeat the same thing. So emotional attunement is the cornerstone of secure attachment and responsive parenting. It involves a dynamic process of connection. So you should recognize child feelings, validate their emotions, and helping children to name and manage emotions. This exercise you can do with them, that if whatever they are feeling, you ask them to name it, name that emotions, name that feeling. If you start practicing it with them, they will start recognizing their emotion. One thing, they feel connected with you because you are listening to them. The other thing is, it will develop a healthy habit to express their emotions to you. And these skills will help them to in their adulthood to deal with their emotional turbulence, their negative complex. They will not have any, and they will be definitely having more positive thoughts and would be able to deal with the difficult situation in a confident manner. And how integrational transition of attachment, and now we had come to integrational transmission of attachment patterns, how this happens. So this is the thing, if you will see, it's if you have a family history and what parenting behaviors you had learned, and now so it's all connected, right? So if you had experienced good thing in your childhood, you had a secure thing, so it will help you in your adulthood, right? It will develop then attachment with your child, and because you also had the same thing. But if you had a negative impact, then in adulthood it will also, maybe they will also have a negative parenting style, because it impacts. If in the childhood, many things depends on your childhood experiences. If you have a very good experience, right, you had very good caregivers around you, you had a good support, emotional connection, so in the adulthood you will also behave in the same manner. You would be able to share your emotions, you will be able to share the things with your children, and in the social settings also, with any friend, in any relationship, it will be reflecting. How will you break the cycle of insecure attachment through repair? So the one thing will be therapy and support. So, and therapies are always available. You may ask that why therapy is important. I am a parent, I know how to deal with my child. I am a good parent. Yes, you may be a good parent, but what your child needs, are you able to understand that thing? Are you giving that much time? If you are feeling something that you are unable to connect with your child, then definitely you should go for a therapy sessions. You may join some support group also. In Indian settings, generally support groups are not that available. So, but maybe some groups of a school parents group, or maybe you can explore that thing in your society where they form a group where all the parents can share their common issues, what they experience, how they are dealing. So that can also give you an insight if you are going through some problematic phase of your life. And reflective parenting. So this involves that you have to take a pause, you have to ask the question that why this is happening, why my child had behaved in this manner, if they had done a mistake, if they had shouted on you, why this happened, was it my mistake, was I also shouted sometime on them, or to my spouse, or to someone else, they had seen us, or they had learned from somewhere else. Generally, they learn at home only. So, if you had done any mistake, then you should correct it. You should also communicate them that what happened to me, what he was trying to say, and I had interrupted them. And another thing is conscious parenting, that you have to always listen to them, their responses, whatever is happening around them, whatever they are trying to convey to you. Maybe they are unable to you, but if you will be conscious about that thing, they will you will monitor their actions. It does not mean that you have to be extra vigilant or become a spy, but just see that what they are doing, what they are learning, because in today's world maybe they are learning through the YouTube or through the videos or shorts. So you have to always, there are many apps who control that thing. So you are not behaving, but that is also a style, because it's your style. You had given this much freedom that now they are misusing it. So if this is happening, then also you have to reflect on this side and control it. And always practice. If you have practice of repair, what I mean by this, that if you have find out that there was some scope of correction, right, you had done a mistake, then don't hesitate to do that thing. Say sorry and correct that behavior, and don't repeat that behavior again. So whenever a conflict or disconnection happen, right, take responsibility of that action, apologize to your child, and do that. So as we were discussing that about the role of support system, so how you can make it, then you can parenting programs are there in some schools. They organize some workshops also. You can attend that thing. You can take the therapies for that, and maybe community support groups as we discussed. You can make some social, if you are so busy, you can make some social and support group where all parents can join and they can discuss. They can go for a maybe short meetings in a social gathering, and they will discuss about that. And online communication, if you maybe you can just message, or you can make a call or video chats in the parents group, that will also help. You can do it with your parents also in the parents group if you have, or with the other caregivers. So it's always a sign of a strength, right? If don't try to hide that if you had made a mistake or you are somewhere stuck, because parenting is new for everyone. Nobody was parent from the beginning. They became parents with time. So it's a learning experience, it's a new experience. And if you want to do so, everybody try to gather the information from different sources, but sometimes this information also became too much and you don't know how to proceed with it. So you do it. So just some whatever key takeaways with that parental influence, it happens that parents' own attachment style significantly affect the children's style, how they will behave in their future. And secure attachment, if you had that kind of parenting style, then your children will also feel confident, and they will also be feel every time secure. They will, their emotional bonding will be strong, and they will, and if anytime you had done any mistake, don't hesitate to apologize. Always say sorry to them, and this will help you also to become a good parents, and it's a healthy style actually. So your children will also learn this thing, that if you'll adopt this thing, it will be good for their emotional regulation. And yes, power of repair. If any mistake had been done, then it can be corrected. Nothing wrong to ask for help. And so parenting is not about that no one is perfect. So it's about the connection actually. It's not about the perfection. No, because I said no one is perfect. You can be. If your child feels secure in your presence, they feel connected, they express themselves, they always share their emotional issues with you, it means you are doing your job in a best manner. So just with this, you always continue, give them the scope to share their emotional, whatever time you have. You may be busy in your lifestyle, but try to spend the quality time with your children. This is just the final thought. Just try to make the connection and spend some quality time with them. Thank you.